Okay. Great. Okay, so let's give it a couple more minutes. Let's give it a couple more minutes for others to join, and then we can kick off. Mike, are we set up on the YouTube front?
Yes, we are also live on YouTube. That is correct.
Okay, great, good. I think we can kick off now. When others join, we can bring them up to speed, and of course, we've got the YouTube recording that people can can access and bring themselves up to date. Must say, first of all, apologies to everyone that we had to shift this spaces session or bring it forward. Actually, I'm traveling at the moment, and tomorrow I will be traveling, so not going to be able to. Not going to be able to host the session, and so chatted with Mike, and we agreed to bring it forward and to host it today. Next week we'll go back to our usual time. Okay, so on that note, let's quickly look at TitanX stats and distribution. I think first of all, we know we are now mid-June, so really well into the month. This is day 232, and I think we all know that day 280 is a big milestone for the TitanX ecosystem. That's when a huge claim of TitanX is expected. And so 280 days. So when I say day 280, I mean day 280 from the launch date of TitanX, which was the 28th of October last year. So yes, we're fast approaching a major milestone. And then, of course, we're looking at the first year anniversary of TitanX. That's end of October. And so, yes, we are all, I think it's good that these sessions, during these sessions, that we just touch upon these milestones so that we're all on the same page. So, okay, on that note, let's look at the TitanX stats and distribution. We've got, in liquid form, we've got about 28.87% TitanX, which is pretty much has been more or less constant compared to the previous week. When we look at previous weeks, in terms of an amount, fixed amount, it's 33.6 trillion TitanX. That's liquid. I think we've talked about this in the past, and we are aware that if we look at all the emissions or all the emission that has occurred over the months since the launch of TitanX, we're well over 100 trillion. The fact that we have just 33.7 trillion liquid shows that the system has worked. That inflation of tokens really has, if really look at it, zoom out and take a look at it, it's really being kept under control. So in terms of percentage, we've got 28.87% of total TitanX mined and claimed so far is liquid. If we look at the buy and burn, we've got 41.44% that has been bought and burned not coming back to the market. We look at staked, about 12.22%, which is very similar to the amount we had last week. Now, these are the big ones that we're looking at as well. Your build on TitanX protocols and Hyper. The build on TitanX protocols, in percentage terms, we have 8.87% of TitanX tokens are locked up in our various BOT protocols. In terms of numbers, we're talking about 10.3 trillion. Hyper's got about 6.97% of TitanX tokens locked. And again, in terms of numbers, that represents, bear with me, let me just check this again, just make sure that I am actually looking at this again, okay. So yes, Hyper locked is 2.8 trillion. Hyper buy and burn is 5.3 trillion. That's just kind of rounding it up. So in effect, Hyper has in total just under 8 trillion worth of TitanX, has 8 trillion, approximately 8 trillion TitanX locked in the system. And so that includes both locked and, of course, buy and burn. So just taking a step back, looking at these vitals, this is what we're going to refer to as the vitals of TitanX. I think so far, heading to our August date, which is the day 280, we are, I think, in good shape. Remember that people mined over a period, particularly in the initial period of TitanX, a number of us mined 280 and well into the future, and did that on different days. So in effect, you've got August, the month of August, and the month of September is the highest inflationary months. So if we have someone who is simply not being part of the, part of our community or sessions here, comes up and starts spinning a narrative on the inflation that we all expect to occur in August and September, I think we all know exactly how to respond in terms of educating, those who care to understand what's going on. Buy and burn pools, we've got here approximately 24 million USD worth of ETH. And that is actually knowing that we have, at the moment, the market is a bit quiet. This is really where we stand. And I think as we approach end of the fourth quarter of the year, going into first quarter next year, managed properly, and I know we keep repeating this, but managed properly, this really puts us in very good stead. So I think on that note, I would want to hand over to our build on TitanX protocols to give us an update as to where things are. I know with Dude, I must say congratulations, big congratulations on breaking that 1 million threshold, TitanX tokens being burnt or locked in the Helios protocol. I think Helios has done a great job, and I think starting from scratch and building up. And so this is definitely an important milestone in the ecosystem, and I think it definitely sets a good example for all our build on TitanX protocol. So on that note, I'll say, let me hand over to Mike first, and then Dude, you could take over. And of course, we want to hear from Utah Crypto as to where we are, whatever it is that Utah can share with us concerning where things are with Blaze, but we know and we sense that things are very close. And so I think we're looking forward to that. Mike, I'll hand over to you.
So hi everyone. It's a bit one day earlier today than we normally do it, but hopefully all doing fine. I think a dude just said he just woke up and had breakfast, and I guess some other people, maybe Europe time zone is maybe in the evening, and in Asia it's probably already somewhat like midnight. So hi everybody, hope you're all doing well this Saturday. So I don't have much on my plate today, but probably one thing I would like to mention. Obviously, I think, dude, shout out to you. I think this week you if you go on TitanXup.com, you're gonna see Helios is number 4, and they have burned staked. It's more staked TitanX. So this is TitanX which will never hit the market ever again because it's staked forever, pretty much. And the milestone was 1 trillion. So yeah, that's pretty good, man. Shout out to you. I think that's a very good thing to happen. And then I think the other thing which happened this week as well is the vortex, which got triggered on Hyper. The vortex triggers every 98 days. And 2 days ago, it got triggered for TitanX. So if you go to app.hyper.win and click the buy and burn, and the Hyper buy and burn has approximately 500,000 there right now to buy and burn. So I think that's something also great. It worked. It was the first time, so always looking forward to see if actually things work as the way programmed. So it seems to be working. This is great. And obviously 98 days later there is going to be another trigger of the vortex, and that time is going to be the ETH. So I think the ETH will definitely going to be making more sense per se, because yeah, it's much easier if you put in the LP the ETH, because that can be sold off, and the price will not budge at all. But if you sell more Hyper for TitanX, and then if you sell TitanX, obviously that's the price is going to lower the price essentially. So if people wants to cash out, let's say, they have to cash out all the way also through TitanX, obviously. So that's something. With ETH is a bit better, because then at least that ETH can be used in the LP, and then it definitely helps for sure. So the other thing is, like, what I'm looking forward to, I think some of the guys also here, they're gonna give us an update, is regarding June. Blaze is going to launch, and by the way, I think I'm gonna be in an interview on Tuesday with them. So I think they have their weekly Blaze update, or I don't exactly the right name for it, but please just correct me if I'm butchering the name of your weekly show. But I should be there on Tuesday, so I'm looking forward to that and see. Trying to see. So Blaze, I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully it's going to be launching soon. And we have a new project in the TitanX ecosystem, so looking forward to that. So that's it for me for now, and I give it over to Dude.
Cool, thank you. That's the first thing I wanted to talk about, because we're excited as well with the 1 trillion TitanX milestone. That's very exciting, and we're looking forward to hitting 2 trillion, and keep moving forward and permanently building our treasury, and getting a bigger and bigger stake on what everybody's eyes are on, the day 369 payout. And even further in the future, the 888, payout's got quite a bit in it. So we're looking forward to getting a nice piece of that pie. Thank you to everybody that's participated. It's by people like you that start the Helios miners as to how we got to where we are. So thank you. Secondly, we've got our proposal live right now. So if you're interested in participating in governance, head over to Snapshot and cast your vote. If you're not sure what it is or have questions, obviously you can come into our Telegram, and we're always there to answer questions. There's plenty of community mods that can help out as well. But the proposal is to build our second treasury. So our first one is staked TitanX, which is building quite nicely, I might say. And now our second treasury is going to be on Pulse Chain, and it's going to be buying Buns, which is in the Wonderland ecosystem. So if you're not familiar with that, we've got some more info in our Telegram as well. But essentially, yeah, we're going to build a treasury full of Buns, and that has reflections that pays out in Pulse. And then what we do with that Pulse is we will buy and burn Giannis. So looking forward to doing that. It's at 100% yes vote right now. It's going on until I think there's another 24 or 36 hours or so left on it. But we're expecting this to pass. So we are already working on launching a buy and burn contract for Giannis in preparation for it. So that'll be exciting. And that kind of goes into the third thing that we've got is our liquidity pool promotion that is currently live right now. The whole concept of Giannis is it's an arbitrage token. So as buys and sells happen, as people take advantage of arbitrage opportunities, they pay a 3% buy sell tax. And a portion of that tax goes to adding to our treasury. And the more liquidity we have, the more volume that runs through Giannis. So by participating in this LP promo, you're going to be helping add more volume through the token, which builds more pulse for our treasury, which obviously helps us in the long term overall. So just specifically, how does that help Helios? Well, you can mint Giannis by burning Helios. And that's where the benefit of, besides building our Pulse treasury that helps with Helios as well. The main mechanic is burning your Helios to mint Giannis. Why would you do that? Because Giannis is trading at a higher price than Helios is. So that would incentivize somebody to buy Helios, burn it to mint Giannis, and then they can sell their Giannis for profit. Currently, that's not the case. So Giannis is trading lower than Helios, so nobody is minting it. And that is totally fine. That's part of the mechanics of how it all works. So while nobody is minting it, it's got a cap supply, and it's actually deflationary because 1% of every buy and sell burns Giannis. So as we, add more liquidity and we get more volume, we get more trades, we get more burning of Giannis, and slowly and surely the value of Giannis will rise. And then at a certain point, it will hit that threshold where it is trading higher than Helios. And at that point, that's when minting will be beneficial. And that's where burning of Helios will happen. But in the meantime, right now, it's mainly just, building our second treasury, which is part of the master plan. That's of what Helios is about, is having the diversified portfolio that works for us with or without participation. Just like our staked TitanX, even if nobody is participating in the protocol, we are still earning ETH. And with the second treasury of Buns, with nobody participating in Giannis, Buns is going to earn Pulse, and that Pulse will buy and burn Giannis, further bringing that price up to parity. And getting us closer to what we all want is burning Helios and minting Giannis. So, if you got any questions, we did a stream with Mike Dean on the deep dive on Giannis. So please check that out. Obviously, check out us on TitanX Hub, where you can get all the links for our Telegram, our website, our Twitter, and all that good stuff. And we're moving forward, and I'm excited where we're at. Like I said, this vote's gonna end tomorrow, and I'm also planning on putting a few short videos, because I know the hour-long videos are hard to get an audience sometimes, because people have lives. So I'm looking at putting together some short 3-minute, 5-minute clips to kind of help explain, and you can look out for those starting on Monday. Next week I should have more info, but the LP promo, everything with Giannis is live. You can go to our website and mint and provide liquidity. So yeah, thanks for having me. And win Blaze, win Blaze.
Crypto Utah? Okay.
Hey
Thanks,
everyone.
Yes.
So first of all, shout out to Dude and the Helios team. Great job. A trillion's a big deal. I think people may not realize how big of a deal that is because there's so much on the market right now. But I firmly believe that there's going to come a day if you're holding $1 billion TitanX, you're going to be doing really well. That's my belief. But anyway, shout out to you guys.
And I'm excited to say that we did that all on our own. We pulled in 1 trillion just from people participating. That's I think even more of a milestone, if you ask me.
Yeah, nice job. You guys are a class act. You guys have done a really good job setting the standard, so we appreciate you. Blessing to the community for sure. So with Blaze, let's just, there's some things that I want to talk about. First of all, have you guys seen that video that Praise Light sent in that won the contest last week? Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love it. I just keep watching it. It makes me happy, keeps me motivated. And also, we've really ramped up our streaming. So we've got streams pretty much every day next week. Like Mike Dean said, Tuesday is with him. So make sure you tune into that one. But a lot of our other streams that we've been doing recently are with people outside the TitanX community. So we're just really trying to get eyes on TitanX and, bring some outside people in and see if we can't grow this. We have another contest going right now that's going to end, I think Monday's the last day, but it's for creating a meme. So go to our X page and be sure to enter that. Another $1,000 of ETH will be given away. Now, when it comes to launch, I'm pretty much under restrictions on what I can say. All I can say is that we are putting the finishing touches on everything, and we are so close. I mean, like Plan A said, you can just sense it. Everything's ramped up. It's in the air. Everybody knows. So stay tuned for details. I mean, that's about all I can say at this point. Mike Dean was in our testnet group. I don't know if he's had a chance to play around on that, but since that version that he played around on, we've made a bunch of changes already, just UI stuff. So, and Mike, the team has offered to send you the code if you'd like to go through it. Just putting that out there. If you want to see it before Tuesday's stream, so we can get that to you. Reach out to Bad Sports, and he can help you out with that. And unfortunately, I think that's about all that I can honestly say at this point.
Okay, that's great. Well, I have a question, Utah Crypto, if you don't mind. I don't know whether you'll be able to, respond on this. But when can we expect a firm date? Are there any milestones that that are out there, or at least any major ones out there that you need to hit in order to confirm or firm up a date? Or do you have a firm date already? And if so, when will you announce it? Thanks.
So, you guys, it's hard to come in here every Sunday and take it on the chin. I know, and I get it. I get it. I can't give a firm date. All I can say is we will not give a firm date until we are 1,000% convinced that we have a finished product that is ready to go and has been thoroughly tested by all of us. I mean, that's the best that I can say. Yeah, I can't say any more than that. Sorry.
Okay. But you can say that it will launch this month, the month of June. Correct? I know I'm trying to get some more out of you. I don't know. Okay, Utah, we can't hear you. I don't know if you know if you're hearing me, but you probably have rocked a bit there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, and
Okay. We can hear you
I
now.
can hear you. I can hear you, and I'm not gonna answer that. I'm under gag order right now. All I can say is, I mean, it's close. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The last update I got from you guys was that June is this month is going to come out, right? I mean, that's what I updated TitanX up with.
That's the goal.
Okay.
That's all I can say. That is the goal, and we will be on stream with you on Tuesday. So
All right.
make sure you grill them.
I will.
By Tuesday we will.
I will.
By Tuesday we should probably have a lot more information, to be honest with you. So
Fair enough.
just you know how fast things move in crypto. So by Tuesday you might be able to push them for something.
I will. Sounds good.
Well, that's really good to know. That Tuesday on Blaze Live, Mike may get something for all of us. So Utah Crypto, we're definitely looking forward to that. And I see Ali is in the house, so I'll definitely give Ali a shout out. And yes, we are looking forward to a bit more. And again, I think you're taking the best approach. Do not rush it. Fact is, we would expect nothing less than you putting your best foot forward. And in this case, of course, launching a product that is safe and good, really good. So we're looking forward to the launch. That's all it is. I think it seems the way that you've gamified DeFi here is definitely one that I definitely would like to see how it plays out. And I think as a community, having something like Blaze within the ecosystem will probably light up the place with that's probably the fire that we're all kind of waiting for. Well, long and short of it, if Blaze ignites the TitanX ecosystem again, and I say again because we've seen what the Titan ecosystem can do and what it looks like, or what it could look like. For those of us who were here the first 4 months of TitanX, so not going to labor the point, but yeah, we're looking forward to Blaze launching.
And I just want to say, we really appreciate everybody's support. The other builders, the community, you, Mike, Dean, everybody. You know what I mean, for just exercising some patience and supporting us and tuning into the streams. And a huge shout out to everybody. And We're almost there, man. I know we've said it, but we are almost there. So thank you to everybody.
Great. Just to mention, given that I mentioned this last week, I think we were expecting Paul Sir to join, and this was, of course, Crypto Kool-Aid was really going to join to give us a bit of an update. And so I think it's definitely, we're going to have to wait for him to join perhaps next week now. But I just wanted to make sure that I put that out there so we're all aware. So it's good. I think just to mention, we are definitely in the game of DeFi within our ecosystem. We're very clear as to where we are, and I think within as we build, as we witness and observe the TitanX ecosystem being built out in its various forms, I think and of course bring DeFi to life in a very special way. And to bore us again, of course, we don't have allocation of tokens. We know how our founders align with these principles, and we truly are looking at creating a win-win for the entire community. And that is really where we are as an ecosystem, as a community. And so let us support our founders is what I will suggest. And we support them. They win, we win. And there are not many places or ecosystems you can go to achieve that. So yes, let us continue to support our founders and the ecosystem more generally. Ali, I see you're there. Are you? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to jump on quickly. I was enjoying a nice steak dinner there and steak dinner and a pint of Guinness in a restaurant, so I couldn't speak. But I just wanted to jump on quickly and sort of say yes.
That is good, by the way.
Pardon?
That is really good. That is really good. You're spending your Saturday the way it should be spent.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know it's a perfect Saturday. TitanX spaces and a steak dinner. Wow.
Tell me about it. Right.
So look, I just wanted to say quickly, it was really refreshing for us. We put a lot of effort in, obviously over the last, load of months, but we put a lot of effort in the last couple of months, especially, starting to build the YouTube channel to reach out to other communities within Ethereum, within crypto in general. And we're doing that on the weekly blaze. For me, what was so exciting was to finally get talking about our own product again. We did a stream, was it on Thursday night with Smooth and Crypto. So if anybody hasn't seen that stream, it's worth going back and having a look. We did stream it through our channel as well. But it's the first time in a long time that we've actually started to talk through our white paper, what the protocol is. And we have stuff like that lined up every day, every night next week. We have one or two shows on YouTube every day this week for the next 7 days. So, and many of those are people outside the TitanX ecosystem. And then we're going to continue that on through the week of launch, which the weeks of launch, dropping bombs there. Through the weeks of launch, we've got so many things lined up over the next 3 to 4 weeks. So yeah, it was just really refreshing to actually talk about our own project in detail. There have been some changes made to the white paper that from the last time we've done a few deep dives. Nothing too major, but there is a few little tweaks in there that make the protocol better, make the protocol tighter, and make the game theory even better. So this week, definitely tune into a few streams this week. You can, if you're on, we're going to be going into more detail about the protocol. You can ask all the questions you need in any of the streams that we're on this week. As I say, from now on, it's really about our project, getting it out to the masses, and hopefully having a massively successful launch in the coming weeks. Well, yes, and you know what it is? I'll put my neck on the line and say, we're 95%. It'll be before the end. It will be this month, unless we had some major hiccup. We'll be out before the end of this month. So yes, I just wanted to pop on and let you guys know. Please tune into the YouTube shows this week and ask questions. Now's the time to start getting prepared. Understand what the protocol does. Get your ETH position. Get your ETH ready, and know and have an idea of what your game plan for the launch is going to be. There's going to be, it's fucking, sorry for swearing, but it's fucking blaze. There's going to be fire. There's going to be fireworks. It's going to be crazy.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. And we're definitely looking forward to, how the next 2 to 3 weeks, how the next 2 to 3 weeks will pan out. And I'm sure it will be for the best. Whenever you decide to launch, we're still here. We're going nowhere.
That's it, yeah. Okay. I will give again. I like fucking going behind the teams back and throwing little bits of nuggets out there. We had this plan in mind, to get launched next Tuesday. And we've kind of got to the point where could we possibly, if we rushed it right this minute in time, we probably could. But we've waited so long, there is absolutely no point in having spent so much time, money, effort in when you're in the last final hurdle to actually rush it is completely and utterly pointless. So, but yeah, that there was all our chat in the last week was that we're going to make it for Tuesday the 18th, and that's not happening. So, that's another little bit of insider information for everyone. I might get a few slaps in our team meeting tomorrow for saying that, but I don't care anymore.
Well, Ali, I think thank you for giving us something more.
You talk tight-lipped. He doesn't want to put his neck on the line. I'll throw it out there. Bring the guillotine down on me.
I think Utah, you saying something? We can't hear you, by the way. I don't know if you're hearing us, but we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just saying I don't care about. Bring the guillotine down on me. It's fine.
No. I was talking about Utah because it seems Utah is speaking. If you look at, but he's not. But in any case, it's great, and thanks for the substantive update, both you and Utah, and we're looking forward to it. And so
all right.
That's good.
Perfect.
Great.
Thanks. Look, I'm going to bounce off again. I just wanted to come in and give you guys a little bit more information than Utah was saying. So have a great Saturday, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, Ali. And I think to everyone, I think, once we get Blaze, that will carry us through, the next few months and of course, well beyond. But as we wait for the big milestones, on the sort of broader horizon, the TitanX day 280, TitanX day 369, we've got about just over 8 million worth of USD in that pool. And I think a lot of us have ideas as to how this can be utilized to keep, to push the community to greater heights and achieve goals that I think we all would like to see, and put TitanX, back where it belongs. I think we all know TitanX first 3 months, 4 months was consistently in the top 10 of really active Ethereum based projects and tokens. So I think we can get back. We definitely can get back there. And so Blaze happening either this month or early next month is pretty much where I will put it. I'll put Blaze. Pulsar, they're still building. I've definitely chatted with Crypto Kool-Aid, as I mentioned earlier. They're definitely building. So we should get an update from them and hopefully get their launch at some point in the not too distant future. Hopefully, maybe July or August. I don't have any date, but I'm just sort of that speculating for me. And of course, we've got the X28. That's Jake's next project. There is a lot happening that will be happening in the next 3 to 4 months that I think I am really excited about, and this really will set TitanX up come November, when the emission rate would really pretty much be next to nothing, leading into first quarter, those months would really show something that I think we all would be happy about. And I think we know that the way that TitanX behaved last quarter of last year, which was really good, paid out a lot in terms of its payouts, but by design, of course, the market cap did not reflect the huge impact that TitanX made. I think what we are going to see, I think this is pretty much my reading of it, is with staking and that game occurring at the secondary level of the ecosystem. And by secondary level, I mean Helios and, of course, Blaze when it launches, and perhaps, Pulsar. When you have the staking and the payouts occurring at that level, the primary level or the base level of the ecosystem being TitanX would really, I think we'll begin to see the token itself acquire more value through the buy and burn. So you already have it, you have the demand sitting there. With all these tokens, the difference between them is really how much demand is there. Now we've got collectively as a community, the buy and burn is really demand waiting there, waiting to be triggered. And so you have a huge amounts sitting in these buy and burn pools coming end of the year, early next year. And I'm sorry again, I may be boring us here, but please, I think repetition is really important for us in this game. ETH is looking at definitely. We know what's happened with the ETF. We know what the story is likely to be come early next year. We may very well have a lot more than we currently have in our buy and burn pools, which would mean a lot more funds available to buy and burn TitanX. In that context, you definitely should see quite a bit occurring on the market cap level. And if you've run some numbers or just done some calculations and see what TitanX would look like if it is at a certain market cap, and then you take a look at the liquid TitanX, which is currently about 33 trillion or thereabout. I could, we've been through this earlier today, but yes, 33.6 trillion. If you look at TitanX, if TitanX remains between 33 to 50 trillion, and you have our, the market cap built up to a certain level, you'll be very surprised to see, even when you've got something, if you look at TitanX at a 200 million market cap or 250 million market cap, look at it at a 350 million market cap, and you can build it up to 500 million market cap and see with a circulating supply of 33 million to 50 million, you'll be very surprised. And so I think come August, September, when we've got the highest inflation, I think those who understand this ecosystem, the broader sense of it, would really be able to play. There is a lot to play for, and there are different ways to play it. And I think it would be really for all of us to decide what to do. I think on that note, I would want to just simply open up for all this is pretty much now our it's an open floor. If there's anything or sort of any questions that anyone wants to raise, please feel free. And it's welcome. It'd be really helpful if there anything that you would like to discuss that we probably have omitted. I'd like to give a shout out to Ten's Ted, and I see that a couple of our regulars kind of appeared, and I don't know where they are now. But anyway, does anyone have anything to to raise or ask, any concerns, welcome.
Probably while we are waiting, there is one observation. I think Jake also tweeted this out, and I'm just looking at the stats of TitanX and the buy and burn, how much TitanX has been buy and burn. That's, I mean, currently around 48.3 trillion. So that's around, I guess, what I'm seeing here is around 9 million. And if you look at the market cap of currently of TitanX is 8.8 million. So we have burned more than the market cap as it seems right now. So if I'm seeing this all correctly, so that was just a fun fact for you guys out there. And shout out to Ted, by the way. Just I'm seeing him; he's listening in. I think one day he's going to have his voice changing capabilities, and he's going to join. Otherwise, you're always welcome to join in.
Thanks, Mike. I was reading something that Jake shared earlier, and I'd like to read it out here. And this is so relevant, I think. And it's, okay, in TitanX, of course, this is built on TitanX, and it reads, in TitanX, hope and pray is replaced by build and make it happen. And that is so true. And that is what we are all doing here together. I think we're all, working together for the same goals. And that is really what we need to do within this space. It's really work together and make it happen. And yeah, I should leave it there, but that really resonated. Okay, does anybody else have anything else to add? Any questions, concerns? Please bring it.
So, I mean, while we're waiting also regarding what you just read out, I'm just reading out the comments of what people have written. I mean, I think I have seen, so one comment says, when TitanX on Solana, sir? And the other one is saying, oh, it's actually the same person, but he wrote two comments. The other one was, this cycle, Solana over Ethereum, can we launch on Solana? So I mean, what we know, it's what we know, or what he has been X28, I think is going to be using layer 0. And layer 0, it's pretty much just a protocol. And I checked on their website, and they do offer Solana as well. So if you use their protocol per se, you can bring your token to any chain which they support. And Solana is also a supported one. I mean, you as the founder or the creator, you have to go and launch it there as well. I mean, they support a lot of chains, but you would have to go and launch it yourself there for it to be enabled. So potentially, there's going to be also on Solana as well. I mean, yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting for sure, because it's not an EVM standard, so it's a bit different from what I know. And they also have a different system, like the address system from Solana. So it's going, yeah, I'm just thinking like how that works out actually. So, but yeah, if we're going to Solana as well, that's definitely going to be interesting. So looking forward to X28, how that's going to work out. And I think also Krista had mentioned, I read earlier on, I think she's also, I think, I don't know, let me go back and see if I'll find it, what she wrote. I think, she wrote, holy moly, does this mean X28 will launch before Blaze? I don't know. I think she was just commenting on what Jake had written, one tweet with a lot of emojis, and people were speculating what he means by that. And Krista basically was speculating that, will X28 launch before Blaze? So Blaze, we shall see how this works out, isn't it? Hopefully Blaze is going to launch before, though, I think, right? Anyway, we're gonna find out. I'm gonna find it out on Tuesday, guys. So I'm gonna trying to pin them down on Tuesday and see if they can give me a date when this is going to launch.
Yeah, Ali might be on that stream. I'm not sure if he's on that one or not, but yeah, you might have some good luck getting some info out of him.
That would be great. Yeah, should be fun. Should be fun.
Great. Thank you. Thanks, Mike. Desk, we've got you on. How
Hi,
are you?
everyone. Yeah, I'm surprised to see I came to Twitter now. I'm on phone. You guys quiet. Yeah, the kids, man. It's never easy. Yeah, I came to Twitter and I saw we're on. Are we gonna be having this now on Saturdays, or are we still gonna, or is it gonna go back to Sundays? Just so that I know, I wasn't expecting a space from us today.
Understood. We'll go back to Sunday from next week. We had to bring this forward and announced as such, in our various Telegram groups, but I had to move it forward because I'm actually currently traveling. Tomorrow, at the time that we normally host these spaces, I will be actually traveling as well. And so we thought after discussion with Mike, or after discussing with Mike, decided to, of course, bring it forward. So here we are. Thank you for joining, I must say.
Yeah, okay, that feels good. I haven't been very active on the socials. Life is busy, so yeah, maybe that was why I missed the announcement. Yeah, okay, it feels good.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all. I think I'm very, very happy with the attendance and our participation today. It goes to show the commitment that community members have towards TitanX and what has been built here. So thank you for joining, and I must say thank you to everyone as well for joining. Desk, do you have anything, any thoughts, any concerns to share at all? Any questions?
Not really. Just the X28. I heard Mike said a little bit about it. I've been dying to know exactly what that's gonna be, but I guess I just have to be patient, just like everyone else. I really wanna. I know it's gonna be omni-chain, but I just wanna know what's the functions, what exactly it's gonna be doing, and I do know that the source of the token is going to be from one place, which is TitanX on ETH. Yeah, but I still want to know, what is it going to be doing? Is it like DeFi in terms of staking rewards or farming, or what does it come with? I don't know if anybody knows, or if Mike already said that, but I kind of missed it. I don't know. Yeah, that would be my question if anybody has an answer to that.
I mean, I think the information
I don't.
the information we had is like kind of limited. So I mean, I think from all people know is like they're going to be using the layer 0 protocol, and the beauty of using that is essentially your coin can live in any blockchain per se. So there's going to be like the source blockchain, which is probably most likely going to be just on Ethereum. That's where it gets created. But then you can send your tokens to Base, to BNB, and pretty much every chain which layer 0 supports. Obviously, the developer himself has to deploy that token on that chain. But essentially, yeah. So I mean, what capabilities is going to have, that's something we can only speculate. We don't know that one. So the only thing we know is that, okay, if layer 0 protocol is going to be used, then essentially that token can live in any chain per se. And I guess only probably on the speculation side, the great thing about it is that for instance, right now Solana is getting a lot of love, and probably Base, those two chains are like in people consciousness. So I mean, essentially, then all the trading and everything else could just happen on those two chains. So that is something which, for a lot of tokens, that's not an easy thing. So if you launch on Ethereum, getting to Base or going to Solana, it's it's not that easy, let's say, right? Because maybe you have to launch a new token, but if the token just stays the same, and you have liquidity pools on all these chains as well, yeah, I think it's definitely could become very, very interesting for sure. So yeah, I mean, essentially, I don't exactly know what is what the parameters are, how it's going to be, but I mean, if your coin can live in any chain, I think that's definitely something which could attract probably more people, and essentially that's all we want, right? You want to get more people coming in and interested in this as well.
All right, thanks, man. Yeah, time is all we got, so we just have to wait. Thanks.
Yep.
Utah, you have your hand up.
Yes. I don't have any details, no more than anybody else, but my personal thoughts are that it won't be a stealth launch, and I think that Jake's really going to get out there and start streaming and give a lot of information on it. Personally, I don't know this for a fact, but I can just see him doing that again like he did with TitanX and get the hype going and everything else. So I think we'll have plenty of information well before it launches, unlike we really did with Hyper. I just don't see it being a stealth launch, but that's 100% my opinion. So I would just watch for Jake's socials to start ramping up. He starts streaming again. I would say it's probably going to be getting close.
Great, thanks, Utah. Does anyone else have anything else to add to that, or any other question to raise? So I will suggest, I mean, if we don't have any further questions, I think we can start rounding up. It's a Saturday after all, and I think we've managed to get this session in, and I think we've done well with our updates, and for this week, and we'll look forward to reverting back to our normal time next, of course, the week after next. That's Sunday, and yeah, we'll do it over again. We'll do it all again. On that note, I think I will have to start rounding up. It doesn't seem to be any further questions. Mike, I will hand over to you, please. After you, we can then have Helios and Utah Crypto, and then call it a day.
All right, yeah. So I mean, I don't have much today. So I'm also a bit Saturday, quite busy on my end as well. But yeah, thank you for joining in, and for all the people also on YouTube, thanks for joining in. And maybe you might be listening later on. If you have any questions, just type it in the comments, and we might get back to it next week. And so just want to thank you very much, and I'm looking forward Tuesday for the interview on the Blaze channel. And hopefully I'm gonna get the date for when Blaze is gonna launch. So looking forward to that. So that's it from my end for now. See you next week, or rather,
We'll look forward to the Blaze stream with Mike Dean on Tuesday. Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to Blaze joining us on the TitanX leaderboard, TitanX Hub leaderboard, to see what kind of TitanX they bring in. That'll be, I'll definitely be watching and participating in all of the above. So yeah, looking forward to launch. And as far as us, again, check out our deep dive with Jonas video with Mike Dean if you haven't seen it. And keep an eye on the socials for a few updates that we'll have, some short explainer videos to help keep everybody informed on what we're doing. So yeah, thanks for having me, and I'll see y'all next week.
Utah, we can't hear you. I don't know whether you're hearing. Yeah. Okay, good.
Watch the socials, watch the streams. $1,000 worth of Ethereum giveaway. Still going on. And watch everything closely. That's all I got. Thanks for having us.
Great. Yes, and thanks again, everyone. I think everything that needed to be said has been said. So I'll say again, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and see you again Sunday after next. Because of course, Sunday's tomorrow, not tomorrow, but the Sunday after next. Take care, everyone, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the day.